everyone. Welcome back to 1896 Hedin House in central Minnesota. I'm Dan, and this is my basement. You've heard of the good, bad, and the ugly. Well, today I'd like to show you the ugly. And as maybe as odd as it sounds, I'm excited about the ugly. Getting to do some of the work, or having to pay others to do a little work in the basement and get this space up to speed. This is the probably the worst bit of the house, or the area that has the most opportunities for improvement. So let's take a quick tour. So starting out in the kitchen, we'll walk down what starts out to be a little bit of a spiral staircase here. Shelves right on the top landing, and a landing in the middle of the stairs with another door. This is a door to the exterior, to the side yard, and a somewhat treacherous staircase walking down. We've got, here's one of 5 windows. These are about 30 by 30. They're original to the house, original wavy glass. I'm going to try to get these weatherproofed, but I'm not sure. Replacement to replace all 5 would be a couple of grand anyway. Here's the cistern. I'll insert another video there of the inside of the cistern if that turned out. Previous owners left me a freezer. That works. It's a door that might have been, I'm guessing, from the balcony upstairs, the master bedroom balcony. Another one of the windows. I'll give you a closer look. One of the reasons I want to seal these up is not just for the terrible draft, because of these guys, box elder bugs. Now I just cleaned up, so normally there's a bunch of crispy carcasses all along the windowsill here, but they do like the sunny windows. They don't do any harm, but they're just a nuisance. Get the occasional ladybug as well. But I do like these very, very deep window wells. They're probably about a 2 foot thick. A modest laundry room. Furnace that is working like a champ, but it is older, so very likely I'll be replacing that at some point. Should run me about $6 grand for the water heater and water softener, or excuse me, the boiler and the water heater. There's a separate water softener here. A vintage utility sink. Nothing pretty, but got some character. Another one of the 5 windows. You'll see here, I've got it about waist level. The walls shift from fieldstone to brick, and there's a good deal of fluorescence. A great deal of fluorescence in the walls. So I'm looking forward to pulling that off, getting it back down to stone, and repointing the stone and some of the brick. I did have the mortar tested for asbestos, came back negative, which I guess makes sense, at least for the original construction. This is in 1896, which predates asbestos. But one never knows how much work was done in the last 100, 110, 20 years that may have contained asbestos. Not sure what this is. If it's a coal chute, not really big enough for a coal bin. Anybody know? Care to hazard a guess? The brick is in pretty good condition. This is probably the worst of it, right around the boiler, I suppose because of heat. There's an outlet here. If you can see it on the shadow, here we go. That's the clean out for the chimney. And I love all the old doors. I'll take you to the back room here. This is one of the vintage doors. It's got a little hook on there. What do you guys think? Call me crazy, but I think it'd be cool to paint a little crescent moon on there, like an outhouse door or something. But you can see all the, the beveled brace, upper and lower braces. Of course, nobody sees the back side of the door. See some of the brickwork over the door. They did bother with a bit of detail even in the basement. Not sure what this room was for, but it's walled off. Here we've got you can see some wood walls, interior wood walls that were put up. Probably, well, they look very old. They're probably original. You see a gas line here. Gas line we determined that's not connected. It goes outside under the wall. So I've got a little concrete project to do there. I can remove that gas line and patch up the hole. If I can see it, I think you can see there the pipe where the gas line leads to in the yard there. I can dig that up and remove it as well. So speaking of the ugly, all of these pipes are asbestos wrapped. Now they're in great condition, so not really a hazard. It's but it does nothing for resale value. They're wonderful for insulation. That's why they used it. But all of these pipes, about 150 linear feet of pipes are wrapped in asbestos. So I'm going to have that removed. I'm getting quotes now. You can see where the water comes into the house. I've got a little project there. I want to get those stones relayed, tuck pointed. So this room also needs, there is no outlet in this back room at all. So right now I've got power coming, or temporary power using extension cords. I'll have those run once the asbestos is removed from the pipes. Run an extension cord through there into the other room. Of course, the best way to do it, of course, is to run grounded outlets right into this room and power it properly. Be much more safe that way. However, temporarily, I'm going to remove that, get that asbestos removed, and put up some shop lights. I got some shop lights laid out on the floor here, so I'll be able to see what it is I'm dealing with. The home did come with a rather nice workbench with shelves and drawers. Looks like all my junk is in the way, but the owners did leave a few interesting odd things. Old tidbits. We'll maybe get into that a little later. We'll play. Can anybody tell me what this is? But for now, priorities are temporary lighting, asbestos removal. Then I can plan the bigger projects. Now, I may have mentioned, if you've seen my cistern video, you saw the inside of the cistern. Well, this is the curved wall from right there in the corner, the stairwell where you come down. You know, this curved portion, that's all interior wall. That's the interior of the cistern. The exterior wall, where the window is, obviously, goes up to about the water softener there. So the rest of that is interior wall, the cistern. I'd like to get a structural engineer in here and tell me just how much of that I can take down. It would be a heck of a dirty job, but well worth the effort. However, it's obviously structural to some extent. The beams are resting. We'll have to see where the other ends of the beams go. But they are resting to some degree on the concrete wall. But I would like, at the very least, to open up this little access hole, which is about 2 foot wide by 2 foot high. Somebody did manage to run some electrical in there. May have done that with, you know, by fishing the cables through there rather than climbing in the cistern. But now that I know there's no asbestos in the concrete of the wall, I'd love to take this down at least far enough to make it easy access for a human. So somebody could get in there, do some maintenance on the exterior wall, some tuck pointing, insulating, because there is quite a draft from that area in the winter. I did the old smoke test to see where the airflow was. So that's it, folks. My rather ugly basement, but some upgrades that I can do, some that I'm going to have to pay for. But yeah, excited to get started. Follow along for the adventure.